of Rookie of the Year candidates on the roster. When I asked MP about it, he said, "I've had this game circled on my calendar for a while now. I'm ready to show I'm at the top of this class." Guys, I like his confidence.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Thanks, Allie. Should be a great battle to watch. Here's Jackson. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Off target with a jump hook.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
From deep, MP nails it from beyond the arc. And it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
Here's Collier, covered by MP. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Releases. Rebounded by Green. Left side, Moody. On the wing, MP. A 29-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
And we can't skip over his role as distributor. Huge impact, making all the right reads.
And the Warriors make some changes. Porzingis has checked in for Draymond Green. Santos comes in for Butler. And it's Melton in for Curry. Then for Utah, Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Filipowski comes in for Jaren Jackson. Jackson Jr. and Mikhailuk subbed in for George. Now here's Kessler. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Melton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Warriors lead by 9.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Sensabaugh. Melton covers. Pass to Collier. With some arc. Good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
DeAnthony Melton out there with MP. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Moody. And it's Santos in at the power forward position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Here's Collier. 11 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Here's MP. Nice job by MP converting in tight.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, Perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And the Warriors making a switch here. Pajemski's checked in. Then for Utah, Williams is checked in for Mikhailuk. Bailey comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. Santos. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
George passes to Filipowski. To the inside. Here's Bailey. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
A big-time slam right there by Bailey. You know, good to see this young man play with such authority.
MP on the drive. For three, Porzingis. The rebound by Filipowski. Jazz trail by 6. Williams on the wing. Moody defends. And they pick up 2.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
MP inside. Here's Porzingis. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Kessler. And it's already hard enough to play D in this league. Some people feel that traveling has gotten out of control, Coach.
Well, I don't know if it's gotten out of control, B.A. I think the referees do a pretty good job on traveling. I think what's important for the referees is they have to be able to determine which travel calls gain a guy an advantage and which ones you could let go because they have no effect on the play.
Jimmy Butler's checked in for Santos. Jackson, he's checked in for Utah. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
From 6 feet away, and there's another one for the Jazz.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
The Warriors lead by 4. Here's MP. 5 points in the game. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
Great delivery on the pick and roll. MP with a good sense of timing.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Thunder was outstanding. He picked up 29 points, and his assist numbers were unreal, making his teammates very happy. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Thanks as always, Allie. Great report. Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Well, what I love about MP is he's always working on his game. Every day, year-round.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Few more intimidating in the paint than Jackson, the former Defensive Player of the Year.
George scanning the floor. Pass to Kessler. Williams from long range. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
MP left side. Misses in close. Jazz trail by 5. I think many would say Jaren Jackson Jr. has an incredibly complete game, Coach.
Yeah, offense, defense, no room for complaints, B.A. Rebounding, he has the tools to dominate, but the numbers are still coming around.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the 3 by Utah. Butler, down low. Butler drops it in.
From anywhere on the floor, Butler's a threat. And the more points he gets inside, the more dangerous he becomes on the perimeter.
And now the first timeout called here for Utah. Post is checked in for the Warriors. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Utah. Let's have a look at the early favorites to compete in this year's three-point contest. Many of the top shooters in the league.
Most of these guys are going to collect a ton of votes. And if this is who makes the final cut, then it's going to be a year to remember.
You take a look at Curry. He's gathered enough votes to currently sit at the number 4 spot on the list. He must be excited about the prospect of competing in this event at All-Star Weekend.
And it's obvious the fans want him there as well. He's a dangerous man from beyond the arc who could have a real shot at winning that event.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now, but this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
Now here's Williams. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Kicks it out to Jackson. And out of bounds, the Warriors will take it. Moody's checked in for MP. Golden State has gone 0 for 3 from... Changes here for the Warriors. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Post. Draymond Green comes in for Jimmy Butler. And MP subbed in for Moody. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Here's MP. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Drives to the hoop. And the shot goes in. Bailey's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word.
Thanks for joining us. Through the first half, there is still some work to do for the Utah Jazz.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically none. There were a few calls they thought should have gone their way, but you can't rely on the refs to bail you out. Okay, fellas, now a look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
I could see a number of different guys in the three-point contest. Every team in this league has a number of great, good shooters.
Yeah, it's not like when we were playing. You had 1 or 2 guys. Now everyone's shooting the three.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So the Utah 5 right now. Jusuf Nurkic is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Keontae George. And it's Williams in at the 3.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the bucket by Utah. Porzingis against Nurkic. Porzingis passes to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
George, Pat. Warriors making a change here. MP's checked in. And a switch here also for Utah. Collier, he's checked in for George. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. Will it go? Pass to Jackson. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
You can tell how confident Jackson Jr. is working the pick and roll set. He moves with real purpose.
Green, a screen. And he lobs it up to the rim.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there. Jazz trail by 13. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Stephen Curry is nearing the finish line. He said every year there's some new style, new energy coming through that challenges you. And seeing these young dudes come up and understanding how much talent there is, this is not going to be around forever. So enjoy every moment of it. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul of the game. Pass to Bailey. Fires for three. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's MP. He's got 7. Banked it in off the glass. MP's got 9.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
Here's Collier. He's got 5. Jackson, the pass to Bailey. Back to Jackson. Utah moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Utah needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Collier. Warriors with the rebound.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's MP. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, some gritty stuff there by MP. Now, he knew he was going to get hit.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Now, Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
And there's the lob. Porzingis misses.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Nurkic has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Santos has checked in for the Warriors. Then for Utah, Mikhailuk comes in for Williams. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Bailey. Now here's MP. 11 points in the game. There's the drive. Down low. The kick out. Curry. For 3. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Here's Collier. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on MP. While we have a small sample size of Isaiah Collier, he has shown impressive flashes so far.
Yeah, B.A., I really like how confident he is. When he's out on the floor, he carries himself like he belongs here. A confident mentality can go a long way for a young player.
That one misses. Melton, he's checked in for Stephen Curry. Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. George comes in for Mikhailuk. Good on the second one. The Warriors lead by 14. Porzingis sets a screen. Here's the three. It's rebounded by George. Utah has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. 29 seconds left in the third quarter here. Oh, MP with a block.
Great effort from MP. We don't see that a ton from players his age.
And the Warriors making a change here. Podziemski's checked in. Here's Sensabaugh. He's scoreless. Utah with another miss. MP scanning the floor. No good from outside. Pass to Collier. There's the three. Great D that time from Porzingis. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Warriors on top. They lead by 4. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. MP is out there with Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Butler. Then there's Quentin Post. And it's Moody in at the three, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Pass to Sensabaugh. High post Kessler. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, you know, this is where Kessler mostly looks to score. Great work inside.
Here's MP. And the shot no good. A bit short. Jazz trail by 12. Now Filipowski. Pass to Collier. Back to Filipowski. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. MP, the pass to Butler. Off target with the three.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
From outside, off the mark.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
George outside. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Filipowski. Lets it fly. Collier, no good. The Warriors lead by 12. And here's MP from outside. Outside Podziemski. From deep, MP. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Sensabaugh. Yes, it's good. Sensabaugh's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
There's a screen. Here's MP. It's hauled in by Collier.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Now here's Filipowski. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Kessler. And the deficit down inside single digits.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. And there's the basket. And the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. When we talk about Keontae George, What stands out to you the most, Dan?
Good question, B.A. I don't know that I'd pick one area. He's good at a wide variety of things. Can handle the ball, pass it, score it, and that gives you flexibility in terms of the guys you put around him. Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it. Filipowski sets a screen. Here's Collier, covered by MP. Takes a three. Nope. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana. Take it away, Jennifer.
Thanks, guys. We're here with MP. Big night for your team, getting the win, and a big night for you in the glass with double-digit rebounds. How does it feel?
I was just trying to stay active on the glass. We were able to force them into some tough shots and get enough misses to come out on top tonight. That's what the culture is here. Each of us doing small things together so we can do big things when playoffs come around.
Well, it's paying off, MP. Well done.
Big bucks.
Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks a lot. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
I told you, Coach. Look, man, there's no downside here. I can win Rookie of the Year by doing whatever it takes for us to win. It's helping me push myself.
Yeah, I can see how this would be good motivation. We're in the part of the season that becomes a grind, and maybe this award is what you need to avoid the rookie wall.
Okay, so how did our gameplay look out there?
It looked good, man. I just make sure you don't get too wrapped up in these one-on-one battles. It's still a team game.
Right. Winning comes first.
That's right.
Siempre.